Is on the show.
Hi, mate.
It is nice to see you. I was thinking to myself earlier on today, we've done this a few times over the years.
We have.
And back in this strange place, I've been on Virgin for 25 years this year, and it's nice to have you back in the building. Really.
It's good to be here. But also, you know, I'm thinking the last time we did this, you didn't have a white beard.
I didn't. And I also didn't have any tattoos.
Right.
And you won't remember this, but the very first time we met, we did like a session at the old Virgin Radio back in the day, and I was talking about getting some tattoos, and now I've got quite a few because of you.
Well, bless you, I think. What do you think now of having the tattoos?
Well, this was going to be one of my questions to you a little later. Have you got any new tattoos? Because I haven't got any new tattoos. In fact, my wife says none of my tattoos are happy tattoos. And she thinks
so you're in memoriam.
I am.
Your whole body.
Yeah.
So my latest one, I got one for Teddy, which is my daughter Theodora, yeah. Teddy. And then there was one I was going to get for Chuck, because we got four. One I was going to get for Charlie was a drawing of a rocket that he did that I can't find the rocket. And I haven't got one for Bo yet, but I've got one for Coco. Because Coco, my third child...
Well remembered.
Yeah, thank you. She was born on the same day as Coco Chanel.
How do you wrap your head around that remarkable stat, 16 #1 albums, right? Because the ego of an artist would say, that's what I want, right? That's the drive of an artist, right? But the human brain, you're Robbie Williams at home with your wife and kids, right, goes, that's a bit mad. How do you process something like that?
Oh, it's absolutely insane. My whole career exists on Audacity and very little else. There is some shelves left unstacked at an Asda in Stoke-on-Trent because I am not there, and that would be my rightful place. You know, and like you said, the ego of an artist, it is what I wanted, and it, you know, and that last one become desperately important to me. Also, at the same time, as having complete imposter syndrome, believing that I don't deserve any of this. But that has abated somewhat because this last week, I was like, okay, we've done this shtick. We've done this shtick where I don't deserve any of this, and it's appalling that it's happened to me. Why don't we try this? Why don't we just try and sit in the midst of it and be really appreciative and grateful that it's happened to you, instead of giving yourself a British hard time for achieving success. And that's where I'm at. I'm at a very calm, statesman-like period for the last week or so where this record has existed, where I sit in it and just have a sort of whimsical smile, and I try to open my heart to it, and I'm achieving, I don't know, some growth within myself.
I want to talk briefly about the fans as well, because I was talking to a girl I used to go to school with called Lucy. Lucy and her husband, Matt. Yeah, so yeah. I went to school. I went to sixth form school with Lucy, and when they said, you know, Rob's going to come on the show, I was like, I'm going to talk to Lucy. The fan base that you have, and all artists have a fan base, of course they do, right? But your fan base is so incredibly loyal. And, you know, it takes a lot to be a fan, to go to shows, to fly around the world.
A lot of people a long time ago decided that I was their musical football team. And they've followed me through the trials and tribulations, the successes and the near deaths of my life, and I never really have a face of a fan in my mind when you talk about the people that have supported me and bought my tickets and come to shower me with love. All I have is a feeling. I don't know, it's like I'm an errant family member. I am their favourite cousin. I am their cheeky brother. I am their embarrassing uncle. You know, but I have become a family member to lots of people that I have never met. You know, I am a stranger that they know very, very well.
That's weird that you don't know them, but they know you.
Yeah, I feel them, but I don't know them. Yeah, and it's impossible to know and reciprocate that to millions and millions and millions of people. And by talking about it now, I get the chance to maybe do so in some sort of way.
Yeah, let's play a track off the album. I want to play a song which was my track of the week a couple of weeks ago on my afternoon show. This is All My Life from Robbie Williams from Britpop on Virgin Radio.
A wise man once said, use your delusions. I'd like to point out that man was me. My life is based on a true story, one of dreams, chaos and audacity. So go ahead and stage an intervention. Try to put me in a place I don't belong. You tell me I'm addicted to the lie. Maybe I'm not wrong, but all my life I've been chasing visions to the edge of my mind. My oh my. If I can't be who I am, then man I'd rather die. And I'm alright, even if it's just another beautiful lie. Baby, I've been crazy all my life. The only thing I miss is misbehavior. I've made friends with knowing that I'm strange, masochistic, but I'm always entertaining. And I know I'll die, but I'll never leave the stage. So go ahead, let's have an intervention. Try to put me in a place I don't belong. You tell me I'm addicted to the lie. Maybe I'm not wrong, but all my life I've been chasing visions to the edge of my mind. My oh my. If I can't be who I am, then man I'd rather die. And I'm alright, even if it's just another beautiful lie. Baby, I've been crazy all my life. I rise like lions in the night. You need to run, better stay inside. I am the darkness and the light, the light, the light, the light, the light. All my life I've been chasing visions to the edge of my mind. My oh my. If I can't be who I am, then man I'd rather die. And I'm alright, even if it's just another beautiful lie. Baby, I've been crazy all my life.
All My Life from Robbie Williams here on Virgin Radio. Robbie is here, and what was the idea behind Britpop? Because here we are, we're in the middle of this decade, and it's been a decade that has been, I can't think of a decade that's been more horrific, frankly, than the 20s. And when I think back to the 90s, it was a good time. But was this album born out of nostalgia? What was the idea behind this record?
Well, we now live in genuinely dystopian times, and that's the most interesting thing about being alive. What a time to be alive, for good or bad. May you live in interesting times, I think, as the Chinese say, and we definitely do. The last great decade for culture, for music, for fashion, for vibe, for entertainment, for comedy, for everything was the 90s. And I have this, I was saying it before, I have this theory that music's full. You know, everything that could be said has been sung, every note that could be played in whatever order has been played, every chord structure, everything that you could do in a video has been done. And the door shut in about 2001. And it's not, you know, modern day artists' fault now that we are where we are. It's just everything's been done.
So if everything has been done, where on earth do you go when you turn up to the studio on day one of making an album like this?
Well, there's no day one. You know, it's been a continuing conveyor belt ever since I started this journey of my solo career. So I'm already 5 albums down the road, you know, and I now know that my career is not about releasing singles. I've learned on this album, everything has to be moments from here on in. It has to be moments that people can signpost their lives by, when that happened or when this happened. I believe I've done a good job at making a good album, but I haven't done a good job at creating moments, and that's what I need to do next.
This record sounds like you're having fun, though. Like, in the DNA of this record, Robbie Williams is having fun. How could you not have fun when you get Tony Iommi on the record? How could you not have fun when you have collaborations with Chris Martin on this record? So tell us a little bit about the putting of the songs together.
Well, for the last few albums, I've been chasing the success of the past. And I never used to write like that. I used to write to see where I was going next and then hope that the audience came with me. The album before this, I was desperately trying to find a hit so we can keep this oil tanker from not hitting the harbour. But with this one, I'm just like, let's write, let's see what happens. And so far, the reception to it has been incredible from the fans. It's sort of been heralded as... I feel like
I feel like this is a new Robbie Williams. That it's almost liberating to see you free from probably the pressure that was put on your shoulders by, you know, who? You.
Me. Oh, yeah. Totally me. Not by a record company, not by management, me.
Is it possible to pinpoint one or two shows in your career that are outstanding and sort of away from Nebworth? Because when I think of you live, I think of Robbie Williams in Hyde Park a couple of summers ago. The sun was going down. I had never seen a sky like it, Robbie. And it was almost, I mean, as I'm saying it, I can feel the hairs on the back of my neck standing up. And it was almost like the Prince show when Prince is playing the Super Bowl in the pouring rain. Yeah. You couldn't have asked for a better Mother Nature stage show. Listen, that for me was one of your best. Did it feel like that to you?
Yeah, it's sensational, and the love was overwhelming. And we're talking minute fractions when I say that on this tour, the first night at the Emirates was probably the best show I've ever done for enjoyment. And then there was Croke Park, which was the best audience that I've ever had. You'll never beat the Irish. And the Hyde Park shows are just unbelievably spectacular and feel wonderful, and you feel enveloped with love. But then there's these odd gigs that just pop out and go, wow.
You have the greatest job in the world, I think.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to ask some questions from the fans, mainly sort of shepherded by Lucy, which we will get these on with Robbie Williams in just a tick here on Virgin Radio.
What a time to be alive, what a time to
Robbie Williams is here. He's looking around in the studio. He likes the TFI vibe of this, right? Were you on TFI Friday back in the day?
Loads. Yeah, quite a few times. And it was quite the show to be on and get on. You know, I remember there was gatekeepers. Phil Mount, who was a friend of mine, booked the act, I think. And I always remember feeling that I was part of something by being allowed to be on that show. People like Chris, like you literally tune into his frequency.
Yeah.
Not only the radio, but also the frequency that he's putting out like a beacon. To be that kind of person, you have to be a certain kind of crazy and insane and unique. And he is. Chris Evans is a unique personality, and you are tuning into that frequency.
Here are some questions from the fans. This is from Carlotta Del Grande. She says, are there any Britpop album songs that were written from the 1990s?
No.
Thank you, Carlotta. There's your answer. Claudia from Germany says, if you could make any song from your back catalogue more famous or more successful, which one would it be and why? Which one got away, Robbie?
Which one? Do you know what? I wish that Hot Fudge had been a single. Hot fudge, here come the judge, there's a green card in the way. The Holy Ghost and the Holy Coast are moving to LA. That should have been a single.
So lyrics, can you remember all the lyrics? Like,
no.
You can't. Okay,
no,
so there are certain...
I have to have a cue.
That was well done. This is from Amanda Wanless.
Yes.
She says, if 1995 Robbie heard this album, what would Robbie Williams of 95 think of Britpop?
I'd think it was amazing. Yeah, he really, really would. He'd really enjoy it and be amazed that it exists.
Because this was the album that you wanted to make, really, wasn't it, when you left Take That?
No, this is the album. I thought to myself, I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to leave Take That in my mind. And what would I write now, knowing what I now know? And what I realised the other night, I have created what should have been my second album. This should have been the album after Life Through a Lens.
So we'll get the DeLorean and we'll go back in time and we'll squeeze this.
We'll release this.
This is from Michelle Clark. Michelle Clark says, what song by another artist do you wish you'd written or released as a single? And I'll give you an example. So The Edge says that the one song he wishes he'd written was the New Radicals' You Get What You Give.
Do you know what? Weirdly, the first one that pops up in my head. And like there's so many. What?
I'm guessing what it's going to be.
Go on.
Wichita Lineman.
Oh, I mean, yes, of course.
No, Wichita Lineman is my favourite song.
I wish I was Jimmy Webb. My final question, and it's lovely to see you. Let's not leave it 15 years before you come in the next time. Tomorrow is Saturday. What does a Saturday involve?
Saturday's the best day of the week.
For Robbie Williams, yeah, of course. Like immersed in the bosom of family.
In the bosom of family and football. And that and you know, you never escape the feeling that it's not a school day. You know, that stays with you as a 51-year-old. On a Saturday, I feel as though I do not have to have double geography tomorrow.
Robbie Williams, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And lovely to see you. Let's play some live music that you did yesterday with Andy and Darren over on TalkSport Drive. This is Robbie Williams doing Strong.
My breath smells of 1,000 fags, and when I'm drunk I dance like my dad. I started to dress a bit like him. In early morning when I wake up, I look like Andy but without the makeup, and that's a good line to take it to the bridge. And you know, 'cause my life's a mess, and I'm trying to grow. So before I'm old, I'll confess, you think that I'm strong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm singing my song. My song. My song. My bed's full of takeaways, fantasies of easy lays. The pause button broke on my video. And is this real? 'Cause I feel fake. Oprah Winfrey, Ricky Lake, teach me things I don't need to know. And you know, 'cause my life's a mess, and it started to show. So before I'm old, I'll confess, you think that I'm strong. You're wrong. If I did it all again, I'd be a nun. The rain was never cold when I was young. I was young, and now I'm not young. Life's too short to be afraid. Step inside. Come on, one of you do it. Oh, jeez. I can't do it anymore. You think that I'm strong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I'm singing my song. My song. My song. Whoa, whoa.
Our thanks to Robbie Williams for coming in, and also thanks to Andy Goldstein from TalkSport for making it happen as well. Thank you, Andy. Right, my name is Ben Jones. Stuart Elmore is on the way, 6 o'clock this evening. Then at 10, it is Goldie Rocks with her indie electro disco. That is how we do Friday nights here on Virgin Radio.
Grab